So I was scrolling through Disney Plus and I found the 2017 Spider-Man reboot. I'd completely forgotten about it, so I watched the first episode and I have a few things to say. Before we begin, let's get a couple things out of the way. Yes, I know I'm about 3 years too late, but I really wanted to make this video. Secondly, the show might get better or worse, I don't know, but this video is only about the first episode. I might make another video on the rest of the series, depending on how this video does. Firstly, I want to touch up on the animation. I don't really have a problem with it, but it's just kind of bland. There's nothing inherently bad about it. I mean, it does the job fine, but that's all it does. It doesn't compare to Spectacular Spider-Man, or even the original, which were all stylized. Also, is it just me, or does Peter Parker look like Ben 10? Now, the main problem comes with Peter himself. Remember how Peter likes science? He constantly reminds us by waffling about it every few seconds.
Peter Parker! P is in phosphorus, E is in electron, T is in... bursting at the seams! You're a science geek! We're about to see some of the world's most advanced equipment. Meltdown, gamma radiation, Asgardian interference,
some medical research facility and electronics manufacturer.
Sorry.
And that's just the first 2 minutes. I don't remember Harry being a genius ever, but okay. The thing is, the show makes all the characters smart, and they can't pull it off because that would overshadow Peter. But being smart isn't his only trait. He's also witty, caring and funny, which this version of Spider-Man definitely is not.
No.
We can't really connect with this Spider-Man if he's nattering on about technobabble that kids, and even adults, won't understand. The plot, which does nothing to stray from the OG plot, moves way too fast. We've barely been introduced to Peter and Harry before he's already bitten and gets his powers, and other important characters like Uncle Ben and Aunt May have completely been forgotten. While all things considered, Peter does have a minor freakout. He again loses relatability when he is fully accustomed and accepted his powers in the next few seconds. He makes his web shooters, enters wrestling competition, lets the robber get away, and wins the match against Bonesaw McGee. The fight scene is not interesting, and while Spider-Man does his normal banter, the humour is pretty bland and cringy. And the next scene, Uncle Ben is dead. The what? How can we possibly feel sad or empathetic in this scene if we haven't even been introduced to Uncle Ben? All the other adaptations have managed to do this scene, and although it's been recycled so many times, at least we know what Uncle Ben meant to Peter. Furthermore, Peter lets the robber get away just because he was being a douchebag. He didn't have a reason for letting the criminal get away, like in the Sam Raimi movies, so why would we sympathize with Peter?
Now get out of here.
$100. The ad said 3,000.
Well, check it again, webhead. It said $3,000 for 3 minutes, and you pinned him in 2. For that, I give you 100, and you're lucky to get that.
I need that money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
He stole the game! Stop that guy! Stop him! He's got my money!
Thanks.
What the hell's the matter with you? You let him go! Cut him off in the lobby and call the cops!
You could have taken that guy apart. Now he's gonna get away with my money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
They don't even have the guts to show Uncle Ben dying. Peter later says people like Uncle Ben can't be replaced. Why not? We have no reason to believe that Uncle Ben was a good person. You could have at least added the famous "with great power comes great responsibility." And while Uncle Ben didn't actually say that in the original comic, the line could have been used to reinforce Peter's guilt and his eventual becoming of a hero. Otherwise, it just feels ham-fisted in there. Dear Lord, Peter's awakening to what it means to be a hero and his true embrace of his powers should be one of the most important parts of a Spider-Man story. Yet the whole episode is wasted on random science quotes, bad jokes, and the dumb theory testing that takes up half the episode. I really hope the show gets better. I understand this is just an origins episode, but an origin is what makes a hero. If we don't understand Peter's character and why he is truly motivated to be a hero, why do an origin at all? The first episode is not the worst thing ever. The animation is fine, the character designs are fine, the voice acting is fine, the pacing just feels dreadful, and the main scenes are being cut short and the fillers being stretched out. Well, there you go. There's my review of the Spider-Man reboot's first episode. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.